passersby on the YouTube and Facebook channels. This morning is day 2 of a new project that I've started, and it's not this painting behind me. It's actually launching a separate website for my graphic design business, which is something I've been thinking about for a while, and of course making lists and looking at websites and writing them down and writing down the price and going, can I afford it? Should I do it? I don't know. And put it aside and think about it for longer, and now I'm finally going, you know what, like, just do it, man, just do it. So I did. Yesterday I signed up for a website, and it's on SiteGround. It's a bundle with WordPress and WooCommerce, and I literally spent 8 hours yesterday just getting the site up, like opening the page and starting on the SEO on the main pages. What else did I do? I feel like I got nothing done, but there is a little bit there. So we're going to take you now over to what I've done and some of the challenges of doing these web pages. Okay, so I had to take an actual about an hour detour because as I was trying to save the video that I just did, I discovered that I was out of space on my hard drive, which is kind of weird because it's a brand new laptop computer. So I took a look, and it actually turns out that I have 2 drives, and the main drive that I've been using for all my work was almost full. So it took an hour to transfer over all the big files. In the meantime, the good news is I actually was able to do some new, look what I did here. I did some really new design. This was based on one of my paintings, which I'll show you which it was here. I did. It's a new wolf painting that I just finished. So basically, this is my wolf painting here. I converted it to black and white, made it pretty big, and then turned it into vector graphics. And this is what I ended up with. So that's kind of cool because I'm able to use, with having graphic design background and a fine arts background, is kind of neat because I can combine the 2 skill sets and come up with some pretty cool stuff like this. So I'm excited about this one, and I've already got a couple of views on it on Etsy. So this is also going to be brought into my new store, which is what we're talking about right now. This is SiteGround, and I created this account yesterday. It's chillsdesigns.com, and this site is going to be dedicated to all of my graphic work. I do specialize in creating logo designs like the one I just showed you, and those can be used basically. I mean, a hockey team can certainly use that logo. I can clean it up and simplify it down even more, and that can be used for their team, or not necessarily hockey, a soccer team, anything that the team is named Wolves or Wolf, or dogs, even that kind of thing. So it's exciting because these things can really transfer from one thing to the next and be really useful. So this is the way SiteGround looks, and it just took me a while to figure out how to log into WordPress. They do have a link when you hit the WordPress kit, and then you just go to admin, and then it takes you over to the next page, and I've managed to log in, and here's my WordPress dashboard. Now, I haven't used WordPress in a while, so it's taken me a little bit to figure it out again. This is, I'll show you what I have so far. This is what my site looks like so far. It's okay. I like the logo that I came up with yesterday. I I'm not happy about this over here. Like, what the heck is this? Why is this dropping off the page? And this lady here, this is just an image. When you first go in to WordPress, they let you choose a template, and then the template is loaded with all kinds of images and text and things like that, placement text. These are actually, these here t-shirts, these are actually my t-shirts, my designs that I managed to drop in yesterday. This is not mine. This is all just placeholder images. This I have to work on. These are all placeholder images. I put in some of the reviews that I have on my Google business page and added those in here. I might add a couple more. This I haven't changed. I'm not sure what this is for. I have to figure that out. And then of course down here there's placeholder text that I have to work on. This little icon I have to change, and then I actually don't have a Facebook or Instagram for the graphic side of my business right now, so I got to create those too today or sometime this week. There's no big rush. I mean, when you're doing this stuff, I find people, and I've done it myself, you get super obsessed thinking, oh my God, I have to get all this stuff done, and people are going to be rushing to the site and they're not going to see, you know, what I really want to put out there. Seriously, to be honest, nobody even knows this exists, because except you, because I just told you. I'm still working on the site, so, and I actually haven't even allowed Google to crawl it yet, because I want to have some SEO put in properly before I do that. I don't know if it makes a difference whether you let them crawl right off the bat or if you wait until you're happier. But I think I want to get at least the front pages and this main page here set and figured out. Like, what the heck is this dropping off here, before I let Google come in and take a look. So this here was one of the last things I did last night. As you can see, I just highlighted. I know it's here because I put it in. But the text is white, and this is kind of annoying, and these are things that happen when you decide to use a content management system, a CMS, because it'll already have defaults, and for the life of me I can't find where the default words defaulting to white text. And personally, it doesn't make any sense, because this background is the background that came with the template. So why you would set it for a default of white text on a white background is beyond me, but anyway, that's just the way it's looking right now. So WordPress is confusing because there's your dashboard here where you can go to your pages. You can also hit them from here. These are the pages I have so far. And the ones where you see an author on, those are the ones I've actually edited at this point. The other ones I've looked at, but I haven't changed anything. This is my front page. So if I click on it, that means I can go into edit mode. And this is what it looks like in edit mode. So this is the puzzling thing I find with... Oh, see, I got 2 green lights on here for my SEO. So my SEO is good than on this one. It's just this super annoying. And see here, look at, it's not white. It's it has a color on this side, so that's weird. So up here, when you're in this part, there's settings, which will give you the settings of the block that you've got highlighted, or your full page settings. And then over here, I've pre-installed Yoast SEO, and that's just an SEO client that helps you figure out best practices for your pages. So you can toggle between the two. I'm going to go over to settings for this block, color settings. See, the weird thing is it doesn't have anything highlighted, so I don't even know what the heck that text color is supposed to be. I'm going to put it to black because and then hit update. See, the only thing that confuses me too is I'm assuming update means save. So let's go back here. Let's refresh the page. There it is. Ah. It's awesome when you can see stuff that you've typed in there. So there you go. So that's just like, basically, it's problem solving, man. Like, you go in here and you start problem solving stuff. So you can also reach the dashboard from this point, but I kind of like having the two things open. This here gives you other customizing options. So this customize is for this part. And this here, see this, where it's overlapping? And I know why. I thought about it last night, like you're supposed to be sleeping when you go to bed, but I don't. So this is overlapping, and it's actually set up to overlap. And so when I looked at it on my tablet, and I looked at it in portrait mode, it looked fine. It looked like normal, right? And then when I turned it around to landscape mode, it actually looked like this. It was all squished. And I was like, well, what the heck? So if I can't figure this out, I'm going to have to contact my my peeps at SiteGround and have them figure it out for me. Partially why I purchased the full-on Go Geek, which is the highest level, because then I can go in and say, hey, help me, and they'll help me. So this is the header, site identity. See, this is my logo. You can't see that splash there, but I put that one up because who knows, I might change the background to something that's not like a solid white like that. The logo width I can adjust, but I don't want to make it super puny either. Site title, site tagline. Tagline I had put in, but then I was getting weird errors on the SEO, and so there's a huge learning curve that happens when you do these things. But I guess what I'm trying to say today is don't be afraid. Like, I know I've got some graphic background, and I've worked with stuff like this before, and I've done coding and CSS like decades ago when it was simpler and easier to understand. But I think it's really a matter of being fearless and knowing that if you do mess something up, just pick up the phone and call them and say, hey man, I like messed up my site. Can you fix it? And the neat thing is that most of these sites have an automatic backup. So if you don't know how to go back to like a previous version yourself in the site, you call them and they'll just go back to the previous version before you messed it up, and then you can start again. So no worries. Like this, they had a deal on, SiteGround had a deal. Let me see if I can go to their... they had plans, they had a deal. What did I do? I did WooCommerce. I did this one. So the Go Geek right now, it's a pretty good deal. Now this is in USD, keep in mind. But even in USD, $14.99 a month, and it's discounted from almost $40 a month, and you get all this really awesome stuff. And I'm also going to be able to create custom stores for my customers down the road, when I have really awesome customers and they want to create a whole team store for their school or for their sports team, or they're like, if they're doing a fundraising event and they want to sell t-shirts or mugs or whatever, I'll be able to do that. I'll be able to build them a store fairly quickly. I'm just going to do something, I mean, once I have my store built, it's going to be fairly basic. I can just copy over the framework and just use that, and then build them a store, and they can have a custom login where they can send people to. It'll be fun. It'll be cool, and I'm excited. So this is probably going to take me, oh gosh, I mean, this is all I did yesterday after 8 hours. So it's probably going to take me the better part of a month to set it up about 95% of the way I want it. And then the last 5%, I find you tend to just work on it in pieces here and there. My current website that I use, oh, I just logged out of that. That's okay. That I use here for my artwork. I built this one, I believe, 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago now. And I'm still working on it. I'm still working on the SEO. I'm still doing little tweaks in it. So it's a constant process that you do. So yeah, so don't be afraid. Websites are a lot easier than they've ever been to make by yourself these days. I hope you enjoyed this long ramble, and if you are interested, check out my new website, chillsdesigns.com. Go to my art website, which is CherylAnnHillsArtist.com, and follow me on Facebook. Right now I just have the Cheryl Ann Hills Artist Facebook. I will be creating a new one for my graphics, so stay tuned and I'll let you know where to go. Have a wonderful afternoon. Bye for now.